It has been 2 years since we became part of Roynet, and I think we are more integrated, more focused, and more resilient as an organisation. And the reason that I say that is that it's a very unusual context to have an institution like Roynet invest in iqbusiness. Roynet is coming up to 140 years old, has been listed since 1948. And you know, there are less than 50 companies in the world that have that heritage, that are of that age, and that are still listed. And in fact, in South Africa, we have 3 of those companies: Roynet, Standard Bank, and Old Mutual. So there's something very unusual that has evolved in the South African marketplace that really is world leading in that regard. And I'm very proud of the fact that we have attracted such a significant investor to back us and to support us in our vision at iqbusiness. So 1 year after our merger with +OneX, the time has flown by in this first year. And I think the most important thing for us to focus on at this juncture is that our why as an organisation collectively remains to grow people, grow business, and grow Africa as one. Our what is evolving very rapidly across our 3 horizons: the gig, solutions, and digital economy. It's our how which is accelerating, and the pace of change in how we are delivering value to our clients really has moved forward at a great rate and speed. I think there's been many points to celebrate and recognise during the year. The launch of our combined brands under the iqbusiness banner with IQX and Midnight, and now with Gigantic, which is just a very, very exciting new episode for us. And many of the first touch points during this year as we've integrated parts of our business together and really advanced the way that we are bringing value to our clients in the marketplace. So I think the scoreboard is very positive, not without its challenges, as we know at this point, but a local and a global economy that itself is extremely challenging. That's a very long time horizon. Even 5 years at this point sounds like a very difficult thing to predict. Sometimes at the moment, I find 5 days to be very challenging. But our 5 years is really becoming clear to us as we talk through the development of our strategy Strawman and the development of our vision to really step forward as a digital integrator in the marketplace to become an AI integrator. And I'm very excited that we will be sharing the details of our Strawman in the context of the great work that has been done by our culture crew, really looking at what are the behaviours, what are the key elements of our culture and values that are going to be significant in that future as we evolve now from the start of this new financial year, FY 26, through to FY 2030. And I'm very excited by the thought that by 2030, the year that I will be turning 63, which is quite daunting, but I have no intention of retiring. I think that's an outdated mode of thought in the work environment. I also want to assure you I have no intention of remaining CEO throughout, but that's another conversation for another day. But I think it's a very important part of our philosophy at iqbusiness that we are clear about our 5-year plans, how that really is something that cements our focus and our determination to move the business forward, and together, both organically and through our continued focus on consolidating and bringing together joiners into our enterprise and expanding our value proposition in the market. So that's the next 5 years. 50 years, well, my goodness, things are going to evolve. In 50 years' time, we will have just broken 75 years as an enterprise at that point. And that makes us about half the age of our Roynet colleagues at this point. And I think it's important that we do have a long-term vision, that 50 years is something that really, I think the world is going to continue to change rapidly over that time. And the present day technologies that we see are really going to be pivotal in that regard. But I also think that the world is evolving very rapidly in terms of capitalism and in terms of the role of business in society. And we've really defined our part and our place in that society by becoming a B Corporation in 2017, and now being part of a movement of over 10,000 companies around the world that are proud to be able to say that they are certified B Corporations like iqbusiness. My greatest challenge over the last year is really balancing so many demands in an enterprise that, as we've said, is positioned as the leading digital integrator in South Africa, that we are mid-flight on our post-merger integration, a journey of discovery between our teams across our capabilities in iqbusiness, and really the role that we play in defining our duty of care, which has been very challenging this year. And when we talk of our duty of care, that really relates to the 3 dimensions of the role we play with our clients, the role that we play with our IQers, and the role we play for our shareholders. And it's very important to balance those dimensions in our duty of care to ensure that we create value for our clients in these times of rapid change, that we do so with a body of team members across our business that really are inspired to be part of what we do. And we run a profitable enterprise that does all the things that it needs to do in defining a profitable and return on investment for our shareholders. So that's been very challenging this year. And we've had to restructure our organization, and I'm very excited that we are now coming to the end of the restructure process, launching our new client capability matrix, and really looking to the future now of how we take this new chapter forward in our teams in iqbusiness. Well, purpose, I think, is so important in this modern world. I think that society finds itself in some of the most challenging situations, not only in South Africa, but in the global economy, in the socio-political environment around the world. Many of you will know that The Economist magazine over the last 20 years has run a front page article, and the front page headline on both articles was the same. It was called Africa Rising. And they've done that twice, to the best of my knowledge, over the last 20 years. And I hope indeed that they will not do it again, because each time that they've done this, it's been the kiss of death to Africa's trajectory of rising. And what's interesting at this point is that as we view the very troubled environments around the world, particularly in the Northern Hemisphere, that Africa is indeed rising, but it's because the rest of the world at this stage is actually descending very rapidly. And we're holding our own at this point. And I think purpose is so vitally important in that regard. And for us at iqbusiness, purpose is our decision filter. It's what really makes us and brings us into focus around what it is that we can achieve using our business as a for-profit enterprise, as a force for good in society. And I think that the challenges that we face, in particular in the South African environment, have necessitated a trend that we're seeing businesses really move forward and recognizing that they understand that they need to play a broader role. And that's what's been so critical for us in our aim to grow people, grow business, and grow Africa as one, as an enterprise. Our purpose at iqbusiness really has shaped my own leadership and given me so much energy in tackling the many challenges that our clients face in very adverse conditions in the marketplace. And tackling many of the opportunities that we face, where I really feel that I can draw on an inner strength of determination, of advancement and influence that I feel that I can really have as I lead the iqbusiness enterprise. But also in the role that I play as a founder and director of Josie My Josie, and also as an advisory board member at Wits Business School. Those three experiences really provide me with, I feel, a very clear direction in my own leadership. And I'm really delighted that in orchestrating those roles, that I'm able to bring together team members in iqbusiness to be part of that. I must say, I would like more participation because I think this really is defining for us as an enterprise. But that's something that we can explore at a further stage. So our team at iqbusiness is very similar to our clients and to our competitors around the world. And I'm very critical that human beings overall are responding too slowly to the onslaught of technological change, particularly in the last couple of years. I think it is seen initially as a threat. I do also think that there's been an overreaction in the world where typically as technologies launch, there is an overestimation of how quickly those technologies can have impact and an underestimation of the long-term benefit. And I think we're playing catch-up at this point, but we're on the front foot. And I believe that the initiatives and the investments that we're making, as well as our culture and our experience in capitalizing on technological change, stands us in good stead, and that we're making progress as part of our overall strategy. So artificial intelligence is both a threat and an opportunity. I'd like to give 3 examples of where we really are focusing on the opportunity. Firstly, in our gig economy, we've seen that threat, that change impacting areas of work such as business analytics, software development, and areas that are going through rapid technological change and advancement. And we've recognized that and invested and I'm delighted with the progress that we're making in the launch of Gigantic. And Gigantic has the potential to completely shift our high-touch staff augmentation model to a low-touch staff augmentation model that brings enhanced value to our clients and reach for iqbusiness locally and internationally. And of course, Gigantic has at its core an AI-enabled selection platform and tool that makes it far easier for whether you're on the supply side of Gigantic or the demand side to interact and utilize the platform. Secondly, in our software development team, the team really have responded very rapidly this year to the sudden changes that we're seeing in the way that clients are asking us to solve their problems and our response to that. In the past, when we were asked to pitch for a software development deal, we would spend a couple of weeks putting together a PowerPoint deck. We would then go and do the beauty pageant alongside our competitors and present the approach that we would take with a view that we could secure that business. Today, with our rapid vision approach, the team have really taken a very different mode of engagement, where the moment we understand the brief, we start developing, we start piloting, and by the time we present to the client, we don't take a PowerPoint deck in, we actually take an app in, or we take a solution with an outcome. And what we're finding is that that's really changing the way that our clients see us and see the value equation that we can deliver to them. And then thirdly, during the last year, we have developed our partnership in the AI environment in focus with accelerated innovation in the US to bring our keys to winning approach to assisting our clients with their adoption of AI. And I'm very excited that, in fact, as I speak, our very first training program in AI native engagement, which is really looking at how do businesses like Anthropic or OpenAI that are built from the ground up as AI native organizations, how do we learn from not just rewiring our own enterprise and our clients' enterprises, but starting new AI native enterprises that really are going to be groundbreaking. I think the greatest growth potential for South Africa at this point is a very blunt response. And the first is we need to stop corruption in our country. If we don't stop corruption in our country, there will be no growth. It will be stripped out of our country as it is at this point. And it's a very troubling time that we're experiencing. And it feels to me, and I hope, that this is the last of a bad run that is going on, but it's rampant at this point. The exposure that we're seeing in the police community, the exposure in our political community, and the response of citizens in South Africa to really address and make sure that when we are selecting our future leaders, that we get the leaders that we truly deserve, and not those that are continuing to corrupt our economy and strip the future for our country. So that's number one. Number two, I think the opportunity for growth is across each of the sectors. We've traditionally had a very strong emphasis in certain sectors, and what we're now really focusing on in our 5-year strategy is to advance our role, our understanding, and our value with our clients in each of the sectors in which we operate. So I'm very excited about the steps that we're taking in the banking and insurance sectors, the public sector, telecommunications, manufacturing, mining. There really are areas of massive potential for us to deliver value to our clients. And then thirdly, we have for the last 5 years, when we started our strategic planning horizon 5 years ago, we were very focused on evolving our business across the 3 horizons, the gig, solutions, and digital economy. And I'm delighted at this juncture that we really have shifted our mix through organic and, most importantly, through our merger process and our joiners that came on board during that time. And we now have a balance across the first horizon, the gig economy, the solutions horizon, and now the digital horizon, which is beginning to open up. And as we always said, that the third horizon is a distant horizon. It needs stamina, it needs courage, it needs a great deal of learning in order to shift our business into becoming much more of a managed services and orchestration organization in the digital economy. And that's really where I think the future lies for us. So for iqbusiness, the underpin of our growth is progressing on our 5-year strategy and sharing that with our team members over the coming weeks and months really builds on our 3 horizons strategy. When we started that 5 years ago, we were essentially a gig economy enterprise. 5 years on, with the benefit of organic growth, our merger with +OneX and our additional joiners, we are now around 55% in the solutions economy and about 40% in the gig economy. The digital economy is that distant horizon that we really are focused on evolving towards. And we know we need stamina for that. It's not an overnight change. And it's a particular focus for us in learning from the innovation that we're seeing coming through our capabilities and really driving towards a successful outcome for that. The overlay at this point is that we are fundamentally changing our operating model as a business, introducing our client capability matrix, which really shifts our focus to a client-centric model. I think we've always been focused around creating value in our clients, but we were service-led in our capabilities, in the service lines that really make up the iqbusiness enterprise. So in the client capability matrix, we're really linking our focus on defining our value proposition to our clients, starting with each and every one of those clients clustered into our overarching sectors in banking, in financial services, insurance, in mining, manufacturing, telecommunications. Really important that we leverage that and advance also our role in society in the public sector, which really has got great potential to move forward as we re-engineer the way public services are delivered in the South African context. So our economy in South Africa has had 0 growth over the last 15 years. And I know many people will argue with me, it's not 0, it's 0 point something. Well, if it's 0 point anything, it's 0. We need to get growth in our economy. And the number one thing that I believe we can do in the South African context is to stop corruption. If we don't stop corruption in our economy, there will be no growth. Our future, our growth, our opportunity for the young people in South Africa is being stripped away. We do at this stage still have the unenviable position as the highest level of unemployment and the highest level of youth unemployment of any country in the world. And we must shift away from that. We must deal with corruption in the South African environment, where it crops up in society, in government, in business. It has become a major pandemic for us in the South African context, and we must deal with it. Secondly, we have such an opportunity with our talent in South Africa. I know so many people that have left South Africa over my 28 years living and working in South Africa. And many of those people are in London, Melbourne, Sydney, New York. They don't get Hardy-Dars in those locations, but we get them here. But what we do, what I find, is that those people do phenomenally well in those marketplaces. I think we need to focus on not losing our talent around the world, but leveraging our talent into marketplaces around the world. And our initiative with Gigantic is a major part of that. And then thirdly, I think the opportunity in the South African context to really advance our culture, our way of doing things. We've got the G20 here next month in November. It's a very important first time that the G20 has ever been hosted in an African country. And I'm particularly delighted that it's being hosted in Jozi, and the fact that we have an opportunity to showcase what we are doing in our vision in Jozi, my Jozi. If we don't, as a country, re-establish Johannesburg as the epicenter, the economic capital, not only of South Africa, but of the African continent, and leverage that for the future, then we will really miss an opportunity. So very, very important for us to do that. So iQ's at this point, I think it's fair to say to us all, this has been a tough year. I personally really want to put 2025 behind me and move forward to 2026. And I sincerely hope that the changes that we are making this year and the launch of our new 5-year strategy, the leverage that we have across our merged enterprise, but also being part of Roynet Group, will give our iQers a great deal of comfort and motivation to really look forward. And I think if there was only one thing that each iQer can do, and that is to have an open mind and a growth mindset that really is about learning, capitalizing on the changes that we're seeing, and being part of our enterprise and our belief that our purpose is absolutely fundamental to grow people, grow business, and grow Africa as one.